The Netherlands ambassador to Zimbabwe, Barbara van Hellemond, has argued President Emerson Mnangagwa's government to accelerate the process of aligning all laws, policies, and legal instruments with the Constitution. The Constitution of Zimbabwe was made a supreme law in 2013. 5 years later, many laws are still not aligned to it. She said, progress has been made, but it is not enough. The Netherlands Embassy stands with the United Nations and other international development partners in arguing the government to accelerate the process of aligning all laws, policies, legal instruments with the Constitution of Zimbabwe. There are two things we said here. Number one, calling for reforms is one thing. Calling for reforms and meaning it is another. Zanu PF has learned to ignore the opposition MDC leaders' demands for reforms, red line ultimatums, no reform, no election, party resolutions, etc., etc. Everyone knows that MDC leaders are nothing more than the hen calling the chick-snatching eagle a shovel-mouthed coward. MDC has always participated in the elections with not even one reform in place. Zanu PF knows that, and so has never, ever considered it necessary for the party to concede to any of the opposition's demands. There is a real danger of Zimbabwe's civic society and outsiders joining in the mother hen MDC brigade in paying lip service to demands for democratic change. It is now over 5 years since Zimbabwe approved the new constitution, as the ambassador has rightly pointed out. So we should be seeing the coercive stick being wielded and used. The EU should be talking of extending the targeted sanctions against Zanu PF leaders, for example, and force the regime's leaders to sit up and pay attention. Number two, Zanu PF has taken full advantage of its carte blanche dictatorial powers to rig the recent elections. The horse has bolted. Surely all attention must be on how to get the horse back into the stable and not on bolting the stable door. Even if Zanu PF was to implement the reforms and align every law, this will not get us out of the present predicament of having a vote-rigging regime in office. Zanu PF has rigged elections for the last 38 years, and instead of being punished for committing high treason, the thugs have been rewarded with not just power, but absolute power. Allowing Zanu PF to get away with vote rigging has set a dangerous precedent, and the nation has paid dearly for it in lost treasure, wasted opportunities, human suffering, and over 30,000 cold-blooded political murders. The only sure way to end the case of rigged elections is by making sure all those guilty of this treasonous act are punished and never ever again rewarded for it. We want all pressure brought to bear to force this Zanu PF regime to step down. This halfway house of allowing the regime to stay in power as long as it implements the reforms is not acceptable. Zanu PF must step down. We must get all the reforms fully, we will get all the reforms fully implemented and on time with Mnangagwa and his junta out of the way.